Why would this person be walking closer to my van and then across the street? Like, this is bullshit.
Seems like life catches up with you every day. No cash in-
Okay, so update. It is Tuesday, March 6th, 8:30 p.m. about, and somebody fucked with the propane, with my heating propane, with my secondary tank. I've tested it on all three burners, and it's not the stove itself, it's not one of the burners or something like that. It's actually the propane burning that's giving off this weird fucking smell of a sooty, oily, kerosene lampy kind of smell. And as most people who burn propane know, propane doesn't have that scent when it's burning. So obviously somebody put something in my propane to give off that fucking scent, to give off that fucking oily soot. Now, the fact is that this just happened right after I cleaned off my walls of all the soot from my alcohol burning experiments. I made a couple alcohol burners. They were pretty, they were successful, but I mean, at the same time, they weren't successful enough that I wanted to continue using alcohol to burning alcohol to heat my van in the wintertime because it built up a lot of soot on the walls. So I just washed my walls, and now what's happening? My propane has some kind of additive in it to give off this fucking weird sooty, oily smell. Not only that, but today I've noticed some weird shit happening in traffic, and I don't mean weird shit like these people trying to drive me off the road and shit like that when I don't have my camera on. As a matter of fact, today I didn't have my camera on, my dash cam on all day, and nobody tried to drive me off the road. This is the first fucking time in over 2 weeks that I don't have my dash cam on, and somebody doesn't try driving me off the fucking road. Now, I noticed coming out of the beach, I was up at Spanish Banks last night, and I noticed coming out of the beach that even though I didn't have any cameras on at all, it was like there were the normal idiots in traffic, but they were clearing out of my way, as if I had like 3 cameras set up for all angles on my van. As I noticed it occurring, I kind of commented on it under my breath.
She's doing the slow and fast and slow procedure. You can see how things have shifted since the last bit taping. I actually started off from the light. She went about 50, 55, and then as the right lane cleared, I got into the right lane, and she suddenly boosted it up to 60, 65, almost 70. And now you can see she's doing this stall routine. As vehicle accelerates, she's not accelerating, but the minute I got into the right lane, like just the second I got into the right lane, she began accelerating as if I was going to pass her, and she had to stay beside me or in front of me. So I mean, you can see this is a trained agent. We can see her driving patterns are trained patterns. This is DK311R, probably not even her car, definitely an agent vehicle. And she just did the traditional agent move for fucking, for being discovered. Another trained agent getting in the fucking way. You can see he's making sure nobody can fucking pass. Here we've got DK311R getting in the way again. Now there's no road here. There's no reason for him to be braking or putting on a signal yet. So we're just going to do this. you see how we've magically changed the scene?
And I've been noticing now for the rest of the day that they have been doing their regular stuff, but it hasn't been as extreme enough to set me off or for anybody else to really notice. I'm getting the feeling that there's another force surveilling me that these people don't want to be seen doing their antics on. This is definitely a severe change in traffic from what I've been experiencing over the last 2 years, which has also been a severe change in traffic from what I've been experiencing for the rest of my fucking life. Like up until 2 years ago, I had hardly any of these problems in traffic. You know, there's the odd idiot always, but I mean, like, yeah, today I've noticed something, and I'm really hoping that it's a force of good coming to find out that there are these evil people in this city, because we need to clear this lot out. Like, Vancouver is a loving city. It is on a nexus of energy for the world. It is a focal point. It's a crossing of ley lines is what it is here in Vancouver. Very powerful ley lines that are part of the world's energy grid. And people don't understand this shit, but the fact is that I do. That's why I moved to Vancouver, because I could feel the convergence of energy here, and I knew that if I added my energy to this convergence of energy, I could, in effect, affect the world with my good loving energy. The entire world, it will reverberate through the entire world's energy grid. As long as I am here and giving off love energy, it will reverberate through the entire world's energy grid. That's really what my spirit is doing here, because I know that's my giving back in life, for receiving life, for having life, for being able to get this experience I need to give to the experience. And I find that what's lacking in this experience is love. This world is really hurt, and it's really reacting out of its hurt to hurt more. And we need to love this world as much as we possibly can. And knowing how quantum consciousness affects reality, I know for a fact that as I emanate my love on these ley lines, knowing and connecting with them, it reverberates through the entire world. And I have a feeling that's truly what attracts these people to me, to try and stop me from what I'm doing, because I see the same thing happening to a lot of good loving people, just constantly getting aggravants thrown in their way, so that they can't emanate this love energy, so that the world stays locked in fear. And this is truly the true war between good and evil, between right and wrong, between God and Satan, between whatever fucking symbols you want to call it. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Fact is that today I've noticed some differences in the energy reverberations around me. I've noticed differences in how they've been treating me, and I've noticed another level of something is starting to pay attention, and this is a good thing. Maybe the cavalry's come to see. Can I help you? Just gonna pack up your tools and take off, are you?